The inability or reluctance of the Independent National Electoral Commission to electronically transmit the results of the presidential election in clear breach of its own guidelines did reopen the debate about what exactly is needed to make Nigerian democracy more people-oriented. Needless to say, there are lessons to be learned, but who's learning? Will these elections be another ritual of going through the motions at the end of the day? For how long must the Nigerian people condone the desecration of the electoral system by desperate politicians? Emmanuel Awulonu is a lawyer and good governance advocate, and he has joined us now to discuss making Nigeria work, achieve a better electoral system, restore the trust of the people in the political process, as well as review the failed BVAS upload of the presidential election results. Good morning, Emmanuel. Good to have you join us today.
Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Aaron.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you very much.
I'm happy to be here today. Thank you.
All right, we're happy to have you too. Well, what would be your assessment? I know that this is an area that is important to you. The overall import of the first leg of the general elections of the February 25th. Of course, we have the second leg coming up next Saturday. The jury is still out as to the actual performance of INEC, and if indeed it was INEC that was actually, on trial, or was it BVAS or IREV that was on trial? What would be your assessment of what went down, and what should be the expectation for next Saturday from your own point of view?
Well, as you know, though I'm a lawyer, but I am into technology solution providing. The performance of INEC was abysmal. And I congratulate Nigerian youth and the people of Nigeria for the patience that they have shown so far. For them to listen to the calls of their leaders, especially Peter Obi, who has called on his followers to remain calm. And I really, really give them kudos. The Nigerian youth, they are not as lazy as we think, because what has happened was enough for them to really, really protest vehemently and violently. But I thank God that we Nigerians are very patient, and we are very knowledgeable, and we will get it right. So far, the performance of INEC has cast a lot of doubt, and Professor Mahmood definitely has explanations to do. Because the BVAS, like you said, function properly, it is just a human factor. It is the human factor, because it's laughable in this day and age of technology that that people will come up with excuses that the results couldn't be uploaded, while the senatorial and House of Representatives were being uploaded with the same BVAS. So it calls to question what was the intention. Was it intentional? Was it premeditated? Anyway, however, we are here to look at the solutions and the way forward. And I'll be very happy to answer your questions.
All right, you mentioned the solutions and the way forward. That's exactly what we will be asking from you. What is the solution? And as we look forward to the 18th of March governorship and House of Assembly elections, what do you expect from INEC? The reason why I say so is this: a lot of people have questioned that in January, in London, in the Chatham House speech that Professor Mahmood gave, he spoke about INEC's 4-year plan and how they were able to execute that 4-year strategic plan and strategic programs ahead of time, and the electoral project plan over the last 18 months before the 25th of February, and how his team were able to meet all their mile markers. As it stands right now, to get closer to that 18th, what do you expect from INEC, and what are some of the probable solutions that can help the Independent National Electoral Commission?
Well, starting from the first thing, the 18th, the 25th of January election, February election was a charade, and it has really brought people's morale down. So I would expect INEC to go on offensive and begin to sensitize people to tell them that what happened the last time won't happen again. That's the first thing that they should be doing. I also call on the political parties to sensitize their followers and tell them, please come out and vote. Because what happened was enough to demoralize people and to raise voter apathy to the barest to the highest possible. So now, like you said, I was in Chatham House on that day when Professor Mahmood came saying that that INEC was ready and that the BVAS machine, that INEC was committed irrevocably to capturing the election results and transmitting seamlessly, real life, to the IREV. But the reverse was what we saw. So now what we're saying is, on the 18th, when people go to the polls, they should go along. This is a technology period. This is a technology era. People should go take with them other high-tech equipment, apps. There are so many apps out there. There is iReporter. There are so many there are so many applications and solution providers that are out there. You take them, because this BVAS is just like every other application. The only thing is that BVAS is one that is adopted by INEC and certified by INEC. But if you take iReporter, for instance, our company provides an app that that is called Structure Media. Structure Media has iReporter function that if you take Structure Media if you download Structure Media on Google Play or App Store, you take it to the polling unit that day. Every voter becomes a reporter, because the iReporter function of Structure Media, if you use it to capture the results, it is authentic. It is attainable evidence in court of law. All you need to do is to produce it, because it has GBS global positioning system that will stamp it and authenticate it. It also has the reporter's identity capture.
Okay, Manuel.
It also has the timing.
Okay, Manuel. Yeah, I mean, INEC is clear about the technology that they're using, and it is BVAS. Talk to us about the latest, issue that people are, discussing regarding INEC saying that they will need to reconfigure the BVAS machines before next Saturday's elections. You are into technology. How does that work, really? Does it really require retrieving all the BVAS machines to the headquarters and then manually reconfiguring each of them? Or, I mean, technology is at a point these days that, there are applications that you can use that will, on the one hand, store the information you have, and at the, on the other part, reconfigure the part that you're required to use for the next election. Is that something that you are familiar with, and would that reassure people going into next Saturday's election?
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The BVAS machine, like I said earlier, is perfect. I mean, there was nothing wrong with it. It did not malfunction on the day of the election, and it has not malfunctioned. So the BVAS machine, I don't know why the INEC wants to retrieve it. As far as I know, the BVAS machine doesn't need to be retrieved. It has its capabilities for other elections. Why now? The INEC never told us earlier that after the presidential election, they were going to retrieve all the BVAS and reconfigure it. This is 21st century. Well, for whatever it is worth, if by their own thinking that they should reconfigure it, then so be it. But the thing is, it goes to cast doubt on the credibility of INEC and what they are up to. I really, really think that this election is not a rocket science. It's not rocket science. This is the technology era. What I'm trying to say is that maybe going forward, the INEC rules and the laws and the Electoral Act has to be reviewed so that there will be optional technologies to back up INEC, so that if there are disputes, we refer to others. For instance, the observers. Why wouldn't they be given a server to collect their own results? The independent observers, like the CLOs. Now all we have is what INEC word against the party's word. Why did they not think about having optional alternative result coalition centers? These things are not rocket science, like I said. Structured media application can do that at ease. It's just like comparing big refineries with modular, functional, dynamic refineries today. There's no need wasting resources, calling billions of naira, when at the end of the day, it boils down to the human factor. There's no technology. BVAS did not malfunction. BVAS did not malfunction. It is authentic. Maybe they got it wrong, or they might have been incompetent. And that's where you call to question why should the Okafor or should the one for who designed BVAS was redeployed.
All right.
You see? So the thing is, BVAS is perfect. BVAS is working. The thing is that INEC should do the right thing by uploading the results and transmitting them real live.
I want to say thank you very much for your time here on The Morning Show.